Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the VPG Champions eLeague finals. It's going to be Poise versus Famalicao, and I've got a very special guest with me, Mr. Pro Clubs Weekly himself, 8Ball. How you doing, sir?
All good, thank you. All good. I just had the pleasure of watching one of these sides, so I'm fully pumped and waiting and ready for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be good. That is for sure. Obviously, I saw Poise just a couple of. Sorry, not Poise. I saw Poise play the other day. I've seen Famalicao been playing for the remainder of the season. Last season, we've seen plenty from them. Obviously, Poise last season, absolute cracker of a season from them, and a great start to this one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I can attest to that now. I just watched them win 6-1, so no better warm up for those boys than a 6-1 drubbing. So they're locked in and ready to go, George. They are. I'm hoping I can say the same for Famalicao as well, because that would just then create a spectacle for us all to watch. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, that is very true. It doesn't actually look like Natural's live yet. For me, do you have their other stream as well?
Uh,
I'm not
let's
too
have a
sure
look.
if you've got them on YouTube, but I cannot see them live. But while we're getting their YouTube link or their Twitch link, this is the team sheets for everybody that is watching along at home. Poise versus Famalicao. Obviously, Portugal versus Portugal. Big game for both teams. A big chance. Obviously, the prize pool is very big. $2,000 on the line for the winner, and second place, $300. So, a big emphasis on winning this game, I think, is definitely true.
I know which one of those two amounts I would want. That's all I'm gonna say, George. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, like you said, it's massive. It's a massive game. It's a massive honor to win, but also the prize pool on top of that just adds to the sheer enormity of this competition.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. I mean, you know, I think the one thing about VPG that makes it so special is it is it's the biggest pro clubs esports tournament around. We have so many different tournaments, so many different leagues, so many chances to earn money from playing pro clubs, which before VPG was about, it wasn't possible. It wasn't really a thing. So seeing pro clubs scene thrive so much because of the work that VPG do, it's awesome. It's great to see. It gives a chance that players like Luca that or not just Luke specifically, but all the players on teams, they might not necessarily have made it into the echelons of other FIFA pro clubs, other FIFA esports tournaments and events. As a team, as a unit, it makes it so much more interesting because it's completely different from the solo the solo tournaments that we see in other game modes.
Absolutely spot on. I think what you're saying is we are pinching the best from other game modes, popping them into the game mode that we love. And I think we should be encouraged doing that over here in the pro club sphere because I know, obviously, I'm going to be biased being pro clubs weekly, but having those 11 play another 11, there's just so many different factors that can go into a game, so many more factors that can go into a game rather than 1v1 or 2v2. And this is why nights like tonight need to be celebrated. People need to back it. People need to get behind it. People need to celebrate it because, like you said, VPG are putting things on like this. If we didn't have these types of organizations, everyone would be playing drop-ins and divisions. And the less said about that, the better, I think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not a huge fan of doing drop-ins, but playing with your mates, all that kind of stuff. Some of the players in these teams, they might not be mates. They might be because it's always good to have that friendly competition, isn't it? In these big teams, the two strikers kind of equation.
Well, that again, that's the beauty of it. It does bring kind of that real life football element to the table, which again you're not going to get in 1v1s or 2v2s. I'm not here to bash 1v1 or 2v2s, by the way, but again, these teams that we see, they don't just have 11 players who play week in week out. Some of these teams have got squads of 20, 25 players.
Mm.
The ones that aren't playing aren't going to be too happy about it. So again, you've got that real life situation, just keeping everyone happy. The management system, it's all there. And this is why we love it.
is very, very true indeed. And obviously, a lot of eyes on pro clubs as well at the moment. Obviously, in part thanks to a lot of the content creators coming over and doing their own leagues and stuff like that. But the one thing that's always been here, VPG, we've always been here. We've always, had the top tournaments, and time and time again, we prove it. Champions eLeague final coming right up, $2,000 prize pool. It's massive. It's as big as it gets in terms of, well, I mean, it probably will get bigger one day. I'm sure. I'm sure the prize pools will continue to increase time over time, but this is pretty epic.
It's inflation, George. It's always going to go up, mate. It's always going to go up. These ballers, they're going to want more and more and more, and I think it's great. If people can make a living off of it, or if people can turn a hobby into a side hustle that are good at the game and put the hours in, then why not? It should be celebrated, in my opinion.
No, 100%. I agree. If you're good at a video game, if you want to compete at a higher level and you put the hours in, I think that it's fantastic that there is an option there for you to. It's not necessarily about the money, but obviously it's very nice. But a chance to show your skills, to show that you're the best. And you look at the players that have won the VPG Ballon d'Or on previous occasions. You see them celebrated on Twitter. They've got Twitter followings. They've got all these big things that come from being big players. And we go back 20, 30 years, this wouldn't have been a possibility. This wouldn't have been a thing. But now it happens on the biggest stage. You become as big as famous for playing these kind of things. But to cut our diversion off real quick, it does look like we are ready to get into game.
There we go. And remind me, George, is this 2 legs?
As far as I'm aware, it should be 2 legs.
So I've put you on the spot there, haven't I?
You have put me on the spot. We need a confirmation from admin if it is 2 legs, because in other European competitions it would be a 1-legged final, and then obviously we've had 2 legs running all the way up through the knockout stages. We've even got the music.
Yeah.
This is special. This feels special.
I expect nothing. I expect, you know what, coming over onto VPG YouTube, I expect nothing less. All guns blazing. The red carpet being rolled out. This is exactly what I expected, George. No, you've not let me down.
Well, it's not just me. It's everybody behind the scenes, isn't it? It's lots of work.
I can actually hear it.
Yeah, the stream is lagging a little bit, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get that sorted out as soon as possible. But yeah, obviously, Champions eLeague final, VPG, this is as big as it gets in terms of European competition, and it looks like the players are walking onto the pitch and ready to go. It is Poise, it is Famalicao, and we are live and ready to do it. Still getting a few jitters on the stream, but hopefully that will figure its way out as we get into the game. But here we go, 8-Ball. What do you reckon? I always do this. Let's get some predictions.
I'm going to go, the first game is going to be just free-flowing, 3-3, and then it's going to be a tight affair in the second one. 1-0 either way.
Well, let's have a look and see as we are underway. Poise going to be in that red and black kit that we so often see them in, and Famalicao going to be in the white. And it's going to be starting off with Poise and Nayshaw coming forward with the ball. Luca, that star man, giving it to NGK. Big shot coming out, but Dids can clear the ball well away. Pee-wee Taziek looks to feed the ball through to Chills. Can't quite find its way through. There's a lot of importance on keeping hold of the ball in these kind of games, keeping hold of possession, breaking down the opponents. Do you think that that's going to, potentially throw off either of these two sides?
I think the team that can get on the ball like Poise are doing now and keep it, I think it's going to do such wonders for their confidence and just settle them into the game, making sure they play the game, not the occasion.
Bruno comes and collects the ball, and now we can see Famalicao get their first few touches. Hugo gives it to Petro, but Chisato does cut it out into touch. And yeah, Famalicao, obviously a very good team in their own right. Probably not the performance they would have wanted in the Esports Premier last season, but they've been fantastic in the Champions eLeague. And we talk about it so often in sports and in big competitions. It's in tournaments, it's a completely different beast compared to leagues. You look at Borussia Dortmund right now in the real life Champions League. They're in the final. They're not the best team in Germany right now, but they've managed to find it all the way to the Champions League final. Do you think Famalicao coming into this? Do you think that they're gonna feel ready to topple Poise, the champions in the Esports Premier?
Absolutely, they're mentality monsters. You said it there. They're a tournament team, and do you know what? I think any other day of the week they wouldn't like to be called that, but on Champions eLeague final night, they'll love to be called a tournament team. And do you know what? Why can't they do it? Wow, that was close.
So close, just taken off the line as Dreezy comes away with it down the left. I'm not too sure what's going on with the in-game volume here for Poise's stream, but we are going to have to mute it. Sounds like they've got some music on there. It is a best of two legs, so just to confirm for everybody at home that is kind of curious, best of two.
We knew it, really. We were just testing.
We did. We just tested everyone at home. I'd like to know what everybody's predictions at home are. What you think the score is going to be. Luca, though, coming forward with the ball, gives it to NGK. Had a bit of space there. Look for the pass. Intercepted. Wins it back. Big chance. And finds the back of the net. Top right-hand corner. Poise find the first goal. And that is just relentless, really, isn't it?
Do you know what? On the ball and off the ball, Poise are just so deadly. And they've just proven what they can do. It's beautiful to watch, but again, I don't think you would have got good odds on them scoring first in this game.
Oh, and they might go and get the second. Chisato's through, and oh my word, 25 minutes into the game, Poise showing that they are out for blood. They're going to prove that they are by far the best team in the world. Obviously, it's got to be said, we're still a long way to go yet. A long, long way to go. But this is a big statement from Poise going 2-0 early on.
Famalicao are very happy that it is two legs right now, because all of a sudden it's looking a long way off. To be fair, they need to stop Nayshaw. They need to get someone sat on him and stop him playing these balls through, because he's so dangerous, and they've got the players up front. They've got an array of striking talent that, if they're not giving it to Luca, just pick someone else to do the job there. And Chisato has just proven that right there.
He is a master chef. He has been cooking for the last few seasons, and this could very well be Poise's penultimate season. This could be the best team we've ever seen. What a pass! NGK kept onside by the left centre back, and that will be a 3-goal lead. 31 minutes in, and we're going to shout, we're going to scream, we're going to be like, "Wow, Poise are incredible!" But really, we look at this in terms of these two sides. This is supposed to be a very close game.
No one's told Poise that. Someone needs to tell Poise that, because they are. I told you, we literally just watched them play, and they looked thirsty for it, and now they look starving. They want this. They want this bad, and Famalicao need to do something, and they need to do something quick.
Yeah, they need to find a foothold in this match. They need to find a way back into this match. They need to do it fast. They're, 61% possession for Poise. That's something that we definitely expect. They're a team that love to hold on to the ball, love to starve you of possession. And we can see it here. They're going backwards. They know they don't need to rush things here. And I think that's something that we talk about a lot, in pro clubs. We speak about how, recycling the ball, even for as low as, just casual teams, recycling the ball, not forcing things, going back through your defence is so important.
To be fair, I mean, we said it from the off that Poise, here we go. Big save. And they need to get, first and foremost, they need to get through to halftime without any more damage. And then it's just setting those small goals from there. It's not lose the second half. It's, not concede another goal. Just, we saw how comfortably Poise slotted into this game early on, and we've just not seen anything like that from Famalicao at the moment. I think they could do with a spell of just keeping the ball.
Yeah, I completely agree. They need to find a way to, you know, keep hold of that possession because right now they're trying to come down the
I mean, it's
wings.
easier. It's easier said than done, isn't it? I mean,
Oh, of course.
The Poise press is unreal.
Of course, they're really good at when you're trying to come down the wings, pressing you out, forcing you to play a long ball that maybe your teammate isn't going to be ready for. It is easier said than done. They're very good at intercepting every pass. I'm not too sure what's going on the stream, by the way, guys. I'm really sorry, but that is another fantastic ball. NGK onside, a little bit of an awkward touch. A great save, apparently.
And they're doing what we said. Yeah, it's not gone in. We can confirm it's not gone in. They're doing what we said. They're keeping it tight, and they've gone in at what we assume is 3-0 down at halftime. It's massive for them once they went 3-0 down. It's massive for them to not concede again before halftime. I think if they get that fourth, it's game over. I don't care how long is left. What's massive for them now is to set themselves some goals at halftime. The manager needs to really decide, right, let's not let this tie go out of our reach. Let's try and keep hold of the ball for 10 minutes. Just try, if Poise want to keep the ball here, let them have it. Don't get suckered in because that's what they want you to do. Just keep yourself in the tie. If we can pinch a goal and win this second half 1-0, do that, and then you can go in with a bit more pride in that second half and just try and get something out of it, because at the moment it's one-way traffic.
Yeah, 100%. One-way traffic, but they have got a chance here to come forward. Famalicao chills down the left-hand side. Pulls it back. Vingeloff, and that one is going to be, again, a little bit of a lag, but Banzini into Tiapa. Nuga, Edu Martins, top goalkeeper. I didn't really talk about him too much last season because there are so many other fantastic goalkeepers in the league that I was, because I usually do my goalkeeper of the year award because I love my goalkeepers. They're, never talked about anywhere near enough. And yeah, Edu Martins, he's going to be one of them players where we're all going to be talking about him come the end of this game, I think.
Well, he's in goal for Poise, so he doesn't have that much to do, George, if I'm
That's what I'm
totally
saying.
honest. I mean, he's spectating at the moment as much as we are, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a name that should strike fear into the strikers of Famalicao as and when they do get the chances that have been few and far so far.
And when they do get their chances, they've obviously got a really good goalkeeper to try and get past as well, which is always infuriating, at least for me. A good goalkeeper in pro clubs is Luca coming down the right-hand side.
It's worth a lot of points in the season, isn't it? And again, tournament football like this can be the difference. But yeah, it's not going to matter, is it? It's not going to matter.
As Luca gets another goal, that is 4 for Poise as it's bobbling around in the box, but it always finds its way to one of those two, or technically one of those front 3 star players. It's one of them. It's always one of them. I don't even know what to say about them. They're all just such high level players, all playing for one team. They seem so in sync all the time as well. And having a man like Luca on your team, you're always going to feel like you'll find a goal.
Yeah, it's just a conveyor belt of talent. Here we go. Oh, they can't do it. Edu Martins there. George speaks so highly of him, and that is why, just showing his class there. Even at 4-0 up, he's there.
Yeah, top bins that would have been, but big hand. The corner's well defended as well. As Poise look to break. Luca down the left-hand side, looking to make it 5 in just outside of the hour mark. Plays it back to Nayshaw. NGK, Taziek. Wow. That is just absolutely unreal from Poise. They make it look so easy in such a big game. 5 goals to 0. I mean, they're just out of everybody's league at the moment.
This team need drug tested. I'm just going to put that out there. There's some things up here because this is some unreal football. They've picked off exactly where they left off in the Prem. It's good to watch. It's sad to watch for Famalicao. Obviously, from a neutral point of view, we want this to be as competitive as possible. But you can't see me at the moment. I'm sat back in my chair. I'm shaking my head at how good this Poise side are.
Yeah, they have been absolutely incredible. Um, you know, we watch them week in, week out, and if a team beats them, you know, that team celebrate that like not like they've won a trophy, but they celebrate it. You know, it's like beating one of the best teams of all time, and they are at the moment. You know, they are in a league of their own. We can't really compare them to anybody else from pro clubs history. They have just been on another level these past 2 seasons.
Yeah, they've got 46 cup finals this season,
Oh, we're gonna
and
have to come
they're
back to that.
playing. Yeah, they've got 46 cup finals this season because, like you said, everyone wants to play them and everyone wants to beat them, and they're playing like a team who play 46 cup finals in a season because they are not phased by the money, they're not phased by the trophy points, so they're certainly not phased by you and I, George. They're turning up like any Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and just getting the job done, and they want to get home, spend the money, and fair play.
Yeah, that is very true. They just want to, get the money, get the trophies, celebrate as a team, and yeah, they've been fantastic, haven't they? There's still a second leg to go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I've got to say.
I mean, if they manage to do it, we'll be talking about this for years to come, years and years to come. I hope they get somewhere near it because I don't want to wish bad on this Poise side, but I hope something else comes of this tie. Keep it a bit more competitive, but at the moment, Poise happy just to sit in here, showing they can do the defensive side as well as this attacking side. And Signs just a world class team. They can do it at either end of the pitch.
Furion coming down the right hand side once again, cuts it back. Luca, good tackle from Dids, falls to Luca, and it's a little bit unfortunate for Famalicao, but they're just relentless. Poise, they don't give up on these balls. They don't give up on these loose opportunities where the ball's ping ponging around the box. They'll commit to it, and they've had 2 goals like that now that have fallen to a player in the right position, right time, just because they're fighting for everything. And it is a cup final. You need to fight for everything.
And what Famalicao would do for one of those types of goals, anything, but it's a reason why it's fallen to Poise because they press so well from the front. They know where to be. They're so alert every time the ball comes into the box, and they're just picking up their rewards, George. It's not a fluke. It's not anything like that. It is just they know how to play this game. They know how to win, and all they're doing at the moment is just piling this pressure on, and they're trying to make sure that this second game is done and dusted, making sure it's going to be a dead rubber. Family has to argue with that, but it's 6-0.
I mean, you can say what you want. I try to keep it as close as I can in terms of commentating, whether it's 6-0, whether it's whatever. But the cut and dry, the white to the black is Poise are just on a different level compared to everybody else at the moment. They are just I don't like to use words like smash or anything like that, but they are currently they are.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping this puts a target on their back for the rest of the season because everyone's going to go and want to beat this team that won 6-0 in the cup final, or possibly 7 if we get this one in. Which, yeah, step over. Good save. Get rid of it, please. All right, 6-0, George. 6-0. That's fine. We can do this. Let's make a competition of it now.
Yeah, 6-0. It's that classic Kobe quote. Job's not done. I've seen it in chat. Johnny's put it in chat. Job's not done. It's simple. There's still a chance. Come on, Famalicao, do it. Show us what you're made of. You fought all the way to the grand final. To go out on such a bitter way would be horrendous for them. Can we see them? Maybe they won't. Let's be honest. They're not gonna be able to come back from a 6-0 deficit. It's nigh on impossible. But can they win this second leg? Can they go on and just take a game away from Poise?
I think that definitely needs to be the chat in the dressing room now. Is forget that happened. It's brutal, but we're here. We're on stream. It's Champions League final night. Let's go out and win one of those games. So actually, technically, it's just one on aggregate rather than 2 pastings, and we're home in time for Emmerdale Farm. It's make a game out of it, and just restore some pride, because everyone knows Famalicao. It's not only are they a great team, but it's a great club as well, and it's a very proud club as well, and they'll wanna win this next game regardless of what happened in that game. They'll want to win this game now and restore some of that pride.
100%, 100%. Like, it is Portuguese sides in football very prideful, very they've got a large fan base. We see it plenty. It's the Turkish and the Portuguese. They're both very passionate about their sports team, and for Famalicao in this situation, can they go on and give their fans something to celebrate? Can they take a game away from the champions of the esports Premier, potentially the champions of the Champions eLeague? We'll have to wait and see. That isn't confirmed yet.
Yes, yeah. All I'm gonna say is, if there was a physical trophy, they've already started carving at least the first few letters. First few letters, maybe.
Yeah,
First line.
I think their name's already on it. I think they've already done all the work. I think they saw it go 5-0 and said, yeah, probably a good time to get. I don't know what it's called, the machine they use for that, but I'm just trying to see who the only teams that have beaten Poise so far this season, because they're not unbeaten in the esports Premier. They have lost. I know Falcons have drawn with them. There's a few other teams that have drawn with them as well. 22 esports beat them a while back. There's really not many teams that have been able to beat Poise, let alone draw with them or get a half decent result. But yeah, we'll have to see, because this second leg, there's a big emphasis around just a decent result for Famalicao, and if they can, that'll be great. If they can get 1, maybe 2 goals, then we'll start talking. But right now, yeah, I don't think so.
And I can confirm it was Mercia who beat them in the
It was
in the
live on
esports
stream.
Premier.
I was the one that was commentating on it. I remember.
I didn't want to embarrass you, but no, I think if I'm Famalicao now, I'm calling the boys up at Mercia. I'm asking for hints, tips, and tricks on how to beat this side. We've said it earlier on. And it's absolutely no shade to Famalicao. They've just come up against a Poise team where you've got your linchpin, your star man Luca, and we're hardly talking about him because everyone else is chipping in and playing so well. When you come up against a team like that, there's very little you can do. And yeah, we've said it before. Just go out and ignore that first game. Try and turn it on in the second game. Give those fans something to cheer about, even if it's a goal. Just try and maybe do what maybe we should have done in the first instance, and just keep it a little bit tighter, keep the ball a little bit, and just play yourselves into this. Maybe not treat it, because I think Famalicao, at the end of the day, I think they came out like they were playing as underdogs in a cup final.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. They did. They're on the back foot right from the get-go. Poise had a lot of the ball. They were just passing it around, and I think going into the second leg, if they could just try and get a hold on that possession, and try and get that stat in their favour, and then go from there. Try and create some chances, but we said we don't talk about Luca very often. I beg to differ. I talk about this man a lot. We
try not to. We try is what I meant to say. I mean, to be fair, everyone's chipping in.
100%.
It's great to watch, because it just shows that they're not a one-man team, and I don't think you would get this far in esports at all with just the one player. But obviously, it's nice to have him as your star player. So they've just got everything, Poise. And yeah, unfortunately for Famalicao, they've literally just come up against a different beast tonight, and I'm just glad it's them out there playing and not me, because I would be chasing shadows worse than those guys are for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I can't imagine what it would be like coming up against these guys in just a normal league match. You just queue me your mates. You're like, right, lads, let's go and have a good time tonight. Let's play some pro clubs, chill out. And you see up top, there's Luca, there's Nayshaw, and either DS Leao or NGK, and you're just like, well, I'm dashboarding.
Yeah, it's an unforced rage quit. That is.
It really is.
I'm quitting before the rage is basically that one there. And yeah, fair play for Famalicao for kind of sticking around and making a show of it. But do you know what? They've now got a chance to just erase that and now put on a show for us. Make this game competitive. People will forget about that first game. Let's make a show of it now. Live on stream, Champions League final night. Let's just go.
I mean, Poise have made some changes coming into this game. They've made some substitutions. We've got Troyer out, Juicy is in. We've got Furion out, Forged is in. NGK is out, DS Leao is in. And Edu Martins is out, and GUI is in.
I mean, they're bringing in world class players for world class players, so it doesn't really count unless they're bringing me and you on, George. It's not going to change too much.
I'll do a job. I'll do a job up front. I'll have I got 14 wins in weekend league this year. I'm a decent pro. I'm a decent FIFA player. Pro clubs, I don't know about that one though. But either way, here we go. Second game of the evening. Let's go into this one with a fresh mindset. Poise are 6 goals up on aggregate, but it's a big chance for Famalicao to show us what they have. It's a fresh game. We're seeing Poise make substitutions. Is this going to infuriate Famalicao? Is this going to make them go, they're taking the mick a bit here because maybe they're not taking us seriously? But, when you're bringing on players that could get into absolutely any starting 11 of any esports Premier team, what can you really say? Is there a wage cap or something in place? Surely there's got to be. This isn't this is fair, obviously.
I mean, I feel like the mick was well and truly taken as and when the 5th and 6th goal went in. I hope so. I mean, if I'm manager for Famalicao, I'm definitely using that in my pre-match team talk. I'm saying something along the lines of, look at these. They think they've already won. Let's go out and show them. We're not pushovers and we're not walkovers. We're gonna win this game and go from there. Like you said, get 1, maybe get 2. Start to think of a 3rd, and that's the only way they're going to do it. But they need to compartmentalize it. They can't just go out there and say, right, boys, we need to score 7 goals. Let's go. Because chances are, even if they get 7, they're probably still not going to win because the chances of Poise not scoring any goals is slim to none.
Yeah, that's definitely, I agree. Whenever I see a team go down by a significant margin, the best of 2, best of 3, you've just got to say to them, right, 1 goal at a time, lads. Try and get 1. If we get 1, then we'll go for 2. Just take it 1 step at a time. Try and improve on the basics. Because, to be honest, it's very difficult to play against Poise. You've just got to focus on what they're good at and focus on locking them up. Get some players around Nayshaw. But, obviously out, I'm going to take audacious effort. And that is miles wide.
To say the least. I mean, just looking at how many men Famalicao are committing forward there, it does look like they're just going for the win. They are going for those 7 goals, which that's fine. It's now or never, essentially, kitchen sink time. But did you not learn anything from the game before? There's, it's an onslaught, and the onslaught is continuing, and it's got a potential to be a bit of a bloodbath here if they're not careful.
Yeah, 100%. As the first corner of the game is coming out. As they go short to DS Leao. Gonzalo, Nayshaw now. Plenty of players in the box for Poise as it is cleared away by Famalicao. I'm not too sure who it was on the side, but they have a chance to counter-attack here. Who's it going to be? Anzini to Petroza. Now it's Vinna. Typer. Good cross into the middle, but Gonzalo clears away, gets the interception. This is good. They're getting some sustained ball here. Yeah. They're going to get another chance potentially.
This is what they need. Just build on that confidence and great ball in. Just no one on the end of it. That's what they need. Just a sustained bit of possession high up. Keep that press nice and high. Just make it hard for Poise. At the moment, it's been a bit of a doddle for them. But yeah, signs there. The signs are there, and you can see what a good footballing side they are. It's just yeah, these Poise boys are freaks of nature.
They are definitely gamers, aren't they?
Yeah, it's an understatement.
But yeah, you could say whatever you like about Poise. You could say that they are the best team in the league, the best team in Europe. They just are so quality, so well drilled. They're a proper team. They really are. They've brought in that mindset. They've brought in that team quality that you love to see, and they're just running through everybody at the moment. And I can't see anybody. Well, I can see people beating them in the league, but I can't see anybody getting first over them just because of how incredible they've been and how well drilled they are, how good at passing the ball between each other they are.
Yeah, they've gone around and they've picked up a lot of kind of natural born winners, and it's what winners do. They just win. And to be fair, it's not usually this clear cut, but they've also found a bunch of winners who are also very good at this game.
You go. Jeezy with the block, gets the ball back, but Fama still with the ball. Chills. A little bit unfortunate. Win themselves a corner though. And
Mm.
this is a potential opportunity if we could see some cheeky tactics from this side. No one going forward for Poise, everybody back. They really want a double leg clean sheet.
I wouldn't put it past them on this in this showing.
Cleared away, Forge dispossessed. Pee Wee comes away with it. Typer wins it back though, high up the field, cuts back in with a fake shot. Taziek wins it back once again, but Nougat well defended, and Forge, the substitute in, defends well, wins it back for his team, and Poise looking for that first goal of the game.
It's just unbelievable. It's they've it's so easy to go and pick up good attacking players in EA FC. It really is, but they've got players who are so well disciplined who complement those quality attacking players. Like Forge there back there doing the defensive duties, like Taziak there doing his defensive duties. It's rare to find, especially at 6-0 up as well. They are still doing their defensive duties, and
Mm.
this is why they're top. If people are watching this and they're thinking, right, what's the difference between my team that play in Div 1 or Elite Division and Poise? That is stuff like that. It's the stuff that would go unnoticed. It's not the flip flaps. It's not the 30-yard screamers. It's the hard yards like that and finding those players who are willing to do it day in, day out, week in, week out.
100%. The discipline from these two, well, obviously both sides are very well disciplined. To play at this level, you have to be. You have to do all of
Mm-hmm.
those things. But Poise do it to a different level. They've got that discipline, they've got that grit, the determination, but they've also got the raw talent. And, their strikers, they're just, oh, Luca. See, that's what I mean. The grit, the determination, a few ball rolls, really well played for the keeper to get back. But yeah, they're a quality side. Nobody can take that
And the
away
thing
from them.
is, if someone's not doing it in the first 11, quite clearly they've got the players to bring on, and they will do it for them. So they've just the squad goes deep, which is
Mm.
makes them even more scary. Because if you rock up and you're playing Poison, they've got one or two players missing. You might fancy your chances until you see who comes on in their place.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That is the thing. They've got numbers in depth. They've got players, wherever you need them, they've got players. It does look like Nayshaw is also live. So we're at the halftime whistle. We're going to come back over to us for a second while I just set that stream up, see if we can get something a little bit more high quality, because I'm not sure if it's on Twitch's end, but there is something going on at the minute.
Yeah, that's fair play to you, George, because that was a difficult game to commentate over. So fair play.
You too, bro. You too.
Yeah, Famalicao. I think if they'd done that in the first game, it's happy days, isn't it? They're well in the tie. It's been 50-50 on quality of chances, on possession. That's really how they maybe should have approached this game. Unfortunately, things didn't go their way, but there was never a time where they look, let's go 10, 15, 20 minutes without conceding a goal. Let's just, like what they're doing now with Vinna, let's just keep the ball. Let's just get comfortable on the ball. Arguably, this is the most comfortable they've looked in, I say that as he gives the ball away. But this is what they need to do, and this is what they haven't done so far, is just keep that ball, get nice and comfortable, and play themselves in. And it's unfortunate because I think they'll watch the game back later on tonight, and they'll see the mistakes,
Oh,
and they'll wonder what if, just like that chance there, what if.
yeah, what if that one would have went in? That'd have been really nice for Fama if that one could have gone into the top right hand corner. But Taziek looking to press the subject. But no, still no goal in this one in the second leg. Still goalless. Big chance, obviously down the other end from Typer, but couldn't find the angle. Dreezy putting a foot in. Luca wins it back. Determination, grit. We talk about it all the time. And the substitute comes in for the second game and finds his goal. It's Diasley out, finding the 1-goal advantage for Poise. 7-goal advantage on aggregate. I don't really want to say it, but kind of got to.
Yeah, I was. Do you know what I was just thinking now as Poise were on the attack? What the odds would have been on no goals in this game, and then they went and scored, and they're probably almost get a second. It was inevitable, I think. Not through sheer attacking force, because it's probably not been as one sided as that first game was, but it's just Poise. Poise are inevitable, George, and this is what they do. Even not at their free flowing best, they'll still get a goal.
Ball played in. Gonzalo is there, but
Good
it's the roof of the netting. And yeah, they are inevitable, aren't they, Poise? They will always find a way to come out on top one way or the other. They are a brilliant team. And, we talk about what can you do to improve and what can you do to become more like these kind of players. It's just the comfortability to know that if you give it to one of these players, they're going to find the right pass 9 times out of 10. They're going to find the right. Are they going to dribble with it? Are they going to come back and make another pass? All these things. It's the confidence in each other. And Nayshaw with a shot. It's the outside post, not the actual goal post, but still a decent chance from Poise.
Very good. And yeah, just on the back of what you're saying there, George, it's just a masterclass. If you are to improve in pro clubs, just watch this back and watch the player that's playing in your position for Poise, and just watch what they do. And it's a free training video basically. They've put on a clinic for everyone tonight. It's not being competitive, which is a shame, but let's take away some of the positives from this. Is we've seen one of the best sides in years pick apart a very good side. It's just not their night, is it, George? It's just not their night.
That's a massive save though from GUI. We've been speaking about Poise, we've been speaking about their players. Got to talk about the goalkeeper because that was a fantastic
substitute
save.
Goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, exactly that. Having 2 great goalkeepers, one on the bench and one starting, it must give you a lot of confidence as a defender. But yeah, for Fama, just not their night, not their. It sucks because it's in a final and you want to have a really good final, but Poise have just been up for it. They might get another chance. Nope, blocked away. Branko can clear. We're just 19 minutes on the clock. There's got to be a goal. There's got to be one last chance in it for Famalicao.
Come on, Fama. Come on.
Oh, dispossessed. Chills takes it away, but still the determination and grit. Been saying that far too often tonight, but they've shown so much of it. Win the ball back, give it away once again. Vinna takes it away, and the press. They're trying to go back there, but they just can't. The pressing from the attackers. Every man on that in that field for Poise. They are pressing. They are looking to cut out passes, make the interceptions, cut the passing lanes. it's so difficult to play against them, I'm sure.
Even with all the substitutions, these Poise players know their roles, and you wouldn't be able to tell that they'd made the substitutions because they've just slotted straight into this team. And yeah, it's unfortunate for Fama, who big save, big save. Who have had the brunt of it, unfortunately. But yeah, they are a joy to watch all over the park, which is quite rare to find a team who can do it all.
Penalty. Surprising. I didn't think that
Yeah.
was. I thought that was maybe offside, but a penalty is given. And
Like
Poise have a
they
chance.
need it.
That is very true. I mean, DS Leal won't mind. Oh, they're putting the goalkeeper on it. This is ultimate disrespect. And it's saved. Big save from Bruno. He puts it back across the box. It's a wild cross. You know, I'm not going to call it disrespectful from Poise, but I'm very glad that it got saved.
Yeah, I don't think Fama will like that one too much. The substitutions were one thing. The 6 goals in the first game were, but the keeper taking the penalty. Yeah, that's there are levels of disrespect there. But you know what? They've earned the right to do it. Have Poise. So it was a cracking save from the goalkeeper, who again has probably been man of the match tonight in his second leg. And I think that again that just speaks volumes for what we've seen again. From Poise.
100%. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Maybe one last chance for Fama. Great ball over the top for Typer. That's Petroza. Can we see the connection go stable? We just want to see a chance for Famalicao, please. Oh, not too sure. Typer with a roulette. Turns in. Shot. Oh, goes past goalkeeper. It's going to be a corner. Oh dear, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's Twitch. Who knows? But either way, one last chance for Famalicao, I think, here in this game to find a goal, to find a little sweetener in what has been a horrendous evening for them, a sad evening, I'm sure, for most of these players.
Yeah, it's they're picking up 300 quid and they're still sad. And I think that just tells you everything you need to know about the events of this evening.
Yeah, getting to a final, regardless of the prize money you win, every single one of those players on both sides would have want to come away with the trophy, and to lose in such a fashion, regardless of you're getting money for winning, you're gonna be gutted.
Yeah. I like you said in the intro, they've done so well to get here. If this had been, do you know what? I think if this had been the first game 1-0 and then had gone on to lose the second game 6-0, I think they are arguably have been happier with that way around, because at least they would have stayed in the tie a little bit longer. They're doing everything to score here. It's just a shame that was the first game and it was lights out after 50 odd minutes.
Yeah, 100%. It's it's a tough one to take, isn't it? But that will be the full-time whistle being blown, and we have our champions, eLeague winners. It is going to be Poise. It is going to be the side that just seem to be winning absolutely everything in the VPG at the moment. And commiserations, though, to Famalicao, who, they've done so well, like we've said already, to get all the way to the final, to come out on top in the semis, the quarters, to get all this way, to lose in this kind of way. It is disheartening. It is sad, but Poise have been amazing, haven't they? We've got to be honest, they have been absolutely incredible, and only time will tell if they'll continue to be incredible, as they still have plenty of games to go this season.
Yeah, and there'll be 20 odd cup finals, like we said, because I think all they've done tonight is put a target on their back. Everyone's going to want to go and play and beat that team that just did that to Famalicao, essentially. So good luck to them. If there's anyone that can kind of withstand that, it is probably Poise. But yeah, I think Fama should take solace in the fact that it was such an amazing achievement to make it to the final on their road, on their tricky path to the final. You've just got to try and take the positives from them. That second game, a lot more competitive. the first game, I think it's just one of those things where you played a world class team at a very bad time
Yeah.
for you, and yeah, you just got to take it.
You just got to take it on the chin, and you've just got to move on, take the prize money, take the L. Still got VPG Sports Premier games that they'll have to play. They've still got their individual league games to play. So unfortunately, that is the way that goes. But that is the end of the final. That will be the end of the stream. And 8Ball Pro Clubs Weekly. It's been a pleasure having you on the VPG broadcast. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure to be blessed by your presence.
No, honestly, my absolute pleasure. It's been a long time coming. It's nice to be over this side of YouTube, and thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely no problem. Anything you want to plug? Any shout outs you want to give? Anything like
that? No shout outs. I mean, everyone knows what Clubs Weekly. So yeah, as and when, go and check that out. But all about the club's love. All about the club's love.
All about the club's love indeed. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen at home, for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. As always, have a lovely rest of your evening. We'll see you again on Monday for some more VPG Premier action. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Congratulations, boys. Commiserations to Famalicao. But we will see you very soon. Good night.
Cheerio.